Hi Divas, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm not going to be doing a video on wigs, but instead I'm actually going to do a story time, and this is actually my first story time that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to the points. I did make a couple of notes just so that I try my best not to mess up. So here we go. So anyhow, this story time is going to be about my tummy tuck experience. Okay, so I had my tummy tuck in July of 2018. And at the time, I think I was probably 37 years old at that time. No, back up. 37, no, I was actually 47. Okay, so I was 47 years old. I had my 3 kids. I had 2 in my 20s. I had my last one in my 30s. With my last one, I had gained quite a bit of weight. I had gotten to about maybe 220, that was my highest, and then I dropped the weight. I had gotten down to about 140 pounds, about 145, I think, when I lost the weight. And then I ended up gaining it back, and here I am. Okay, so at that time when I did the surgery, I was, how many pounds? I was about 226 pounds, I believe, something like that. Okay, so like I said, I had already had the kids. I don't feel like my belly was like major crazy with the kids. I think that because of the kids, I was speculating that I possibly had the muscles to separate. Okay, I had muscle separation. I think it was called rectus abdominis. That's what I had looked up and found out about. So I was trying to treat it with a waist trainer and thinking that, okay, well, maybe I can use a waist trainer and I can get it, you know, to shrink. Okay, now, of course, losing weight will make this shrink. Okay, but I'm looking for a quick fix. I needed something. I was tired of looking at myself look pregnant. That was driving me crazy, as it's still driving me crazy. Yes, I had a tummy tuck and I still look pregnant, so I'm really upset about that. But anyhow, back then, backing up to 2018 when I actually had the surgery over the summer, I was looking into the muscles, but the main thing that actually drove me to a surgeon's office to get a consultation was when I had to take a picture after my husband's horse, or our horse rather, won a race. We had to take a picture, and I'm in the winner's circle. I didn't like how I was dressed because I wasn't prepared for it, didn't think the horse was going to win. And I take this picture, I look at it, and I'm so fat. I'm fat. My stomach was bloated and out there. I looked like I was about 5 months pregnant, and I was upset about that. That was the major thing that drove me to the doctor's office. It was like, I can't take it anymore. I've had it. I'm going to look into a tummy tuck. Now, I didn't think that I could get it, but I did want to find out what a surgeon had to say and how much it would cost and what did I need to do in order to get it. So that was kind of the first step for me, was just to get into the office and get a consultation. So I went in, I did the consultation, and the doctor was, he explained to me what he was going to do. He was actually going to put my stomach muscles back together, the rectus abdominis, like I was thinking. Okay, I guess, sew that up or something. He did mention something about doing some type of liposuction someplace, but I kind of wasn't paying too much attention to the liposuction because I had already had like 2 liposuctions, and I wasn't happy with those procedures either. But I also had a fupa, okay? That stands for fat under the pubic area. So that area underneath the belly button, like I could grab a pile of skin and fat and just hold it in the palm of my hand. And I felt like a bona fide fat girl with that. So I was just like, he said he can get rid of that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all for it. Beautiful. Okay, so I thought, okay, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to do the consultation, and that'll be it. But then I had somebody from the office to escort me into their room, and they had already looked up all my information. They knew what kind of cards I had and everything. And they pointed out all these different ways that I could go about getting me a tummy tuck. And they pretty much just gave me the green light. And it was just a matter of signing on the dotted line, and we can schedule you for your tummy tuck. You can be in, you know, like within the week or the following week or whatever it was. It was something really quick. So because I was already making an emotional decision, you know, I'm already plump, and here you're telling me, hey, you got the green light, you can do this. I threw all caution to the wind. I wasn't looking at anybody else. I wasn't doing any kind of research. I was just like, sign me up, let's get rid of this. I want a flat belly, and I want this fupa gone. So I talked to my husband and told him, hey, doing surgery. Luckily, there wasn't too much kickback. There was kickback from my brother, though, you know, so I really didn't like telling people what I was going to do, because I didn't want people getting in my ear and trying to scare me and tell me, oh, no, you shouldn't do that, you know, because this will happen. You know how dangerous that surgery is. I didn't want to hear any of that. It was like, la, 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 leave me alone. I'm doing it. You know, I went in and I had the surgery, and I was back home that day. I did everything they told me that I needed to do the prep, and I came home that day. I was in pain. Now, mind you, this is a year and a half out, so I really can't explain to you the degree of pain I was in, because I'm having to work on my memory of a year and a half ago. I don't remember the pain being that excruciating, you know, and I do remember an excruciating pain when I had a breast surgery. But that surgery was nothing like that. You know, I'm not going to say that it wasn't painful. It was. It was painful. I couldn't lay on my stomach. I couldn't lay on my side. I had to lay in the bed. I had to, on my back. I was elevated. And I was sent home with these plastic, they look like bulbs that drain, they're drains basically, that drain the fluid and everything out of the surgical area. So I had two of them, one on each side, and I had to empty those every couple of hours or whatever. And I was pretty much doing this on my own. The surgeon did tell me that I had to get out of the bed, and I did have to walk to prevent clots from forming, because you could die from clots. So, you know, I did muscle up enough strength to get out of the bed and go and, you know, empty out the drains, use the bathroom, and do what I needed to do. So they removed the drains, I believe, I'm thinking it was a week later. They removed the drains. But like I said, I'm working on a year and a half of time lapse. So I believe it was a week that I kept them in, and then they eventually removed them. And then I was just going for my appointments every week for them to check everything out and check out the scars and the bandages and everything. I was in a compression belt. The compression belt, I really needed it. The compression belt was really helpful, because I mean, if I didn't have it on, I felt a lot of pressure, like my stomach could possibly fall or something. So having that compression belt just pressing up against my stomach was really helpful, and it was kind of comforting for me. And like I said, back to the pain, I don't remember major excruciating pain, and probably because I was already taking painkillers. And I mean, you know, I was going to take my painkillers religiously. Now, if I did ask for a refill, it may have been one, but like I said, I don't remember completely. So if I did get a refill, it may have been one refill. That was it. But I mean, there wasn't really like pain to the point where it's like, please just keep giving me these pain pills. It wasn't really like that. You know, I think the most difficult part was, you know, just being really weak and trying to walk and I do remember going into to the mall. Eventually, I managed to make it to the mall, you know, as time went on. And, you know, I was just increasing the amount of time that I would walk just to try to build up that strength, because I felt so weak. And I remember being in the mall. I can't believe I was even in the mall, because I had to walk from the parking lot to the mall. And I felt like that was a pretty decent distance. Okay, so I did get in there. I remember not being able to walk too much while I was in the mall, and luckily there were seats available, so I could like go and sit down for a while to kind of gather myself so that I can get back up and try to. I didn't stay in there long. I left. But I was just really trying my best to gain my strength, because I did need to go back to work. So like I said, this was probably early July. I know it was after July 6th, okay, because I took the picture on July 6th. And I returned to work maybe the second week of August, so I wasn't out of work for very long either. I was able to get back to work. I wore my compression garment. You know, I had somebody to come in and help me with things. There was no heavy lifting allowed, so I didn't lift anything, and I wasn't doing a lot of walking or standing or anything like that, so I was pretty good with returning to work, you know, and I just went through my whole recovery process. So, yeah, those were the things that made me actually have the surgery. So, what do I look like now, a year and a half later? Like I said, I am not happy with, I don't want to say I'm not happy. No, let me go ahead and say I'm not happy with it, but I don't feel that I actually had realistic expectations walking in the door, okay? I was already overweight, and these type of surgeries are not going to do anything for being overweight. If you're overweight going in, you're going to be overweight coming out. What it's going to help with are those bulges and you know, anything that might be, you know, hanging, loose skin or whatever. So I had, like I said, the fupa. It actually got rid of my fupa, which was great. But as far as flattening my stomach, no, it didn't happen. I still look 5 months pregnant, and I'm not happy about that. So I'm just going to show you what my belly looks like right now. It's embarrassing, but I've come to terms with it. You know, it is what it is. So I'm going to show you now what it looks like. Okay, so this is the belly button. I don't know whether they actually moved my belly button. This area right here was really light. All of a sudden, out of the blue, it became really light. So I was thinking, okay, did they shift the belly button from here to there? I really don't know. But there was a lot of scarring around here. It almost looked like it had keloided. In fact, I don't think it almost did. It did. It had keloided. And when I went back for the doctor's visit, they used some type of injection, and they started to inject it in there. I think it was some type of a steroid that was being injected in there to help with the scar tissue, and it was actually breaking it up, which was great. But you know, because I had to go back to work, I missed some of my appointments. Actually, I missed an appointment, never rescheduled, and didn't go back, so I didn't get a chance to finish this where they would, you know, get that together. So I'm going to try to go back and see if maybe they'll take me after this time, but I don't know. They may not. But anyhow, that's what it looks like so far. That's the belly button. Okay, I'm going to lower my pants a little bit so that you can see the scar. The scar to me is not... It is not that low, okay? I would have preferred it to be further down, but it's not. It's down here, okay? And it goes all the way on from here all the way across to here, okay? That's a pretty long scar. Okay, so now it looks like I've had a C-section, and I never did. All of my kids were vaginal. I didn't have any problems up here. I didn't have any problems as far as like loose skin or anything. That was all fine. Like I said, the only thing I had was the fupa here. So I think that he actually tightened this area up. Okay, and I don't know what he did around here, but it felt like he had rolled up all my tissue, or maybe a lot of that fluid that was draining out of those bulbs continued to collect, and it just sat in this area because it actually feels like something abnormal here. As of last night, I'm actually starting to feel some sensation in here, okay, whereas, like I would say, you know, before Monday, I did not have sensation in this area, and it's still a little bit numb, but I'm starting to feel the sensation, and the only reason why is because I've started getting massage. I started getting someone to massage my stomach around here, and so last night I was going across, and I'm like, oh my God, I can actually feel a sensation there. You know, whereas before I really didn't feel anything. It was really numb in this area. I used to have a tattoo of a cat right here. So that's gone. So now my tattoo is gone, my fupa is gone, but now it's replaced with this scar around the belly button and this scar across the belly like this. Look at that. And oh, let me just show you from the side. See, look at that. Okay, I was expecting to have my stomach tucked all the way in. I wasn't expecting this. Look at that. I guess I was expecting a miracle, and I didn't get it. Okay, so there you have it. That's me. So yeah, now you see what it looks like. But yeah, I was expecting a flat stomach, and I did not get that. But it did, it did get rid of the fupa that I had. So I am happy about that. That's the one thing I can say that I'm happy about regarding the surgery, is the fupa is gone. I have been suffering from a lot of swelling in my stomach, especially when I eat. And what I'm planning to do is go and see a doctor about it and see what can I do. I know there are a number of foods that I need to just stay away from, that I keep eating. So that's, you know, part of it is me. And I know I just simply need to lose weight. Simple as that. And I'll probably see, I'll see the results. You know, I'll probably see a lot better once I lose the weight. But I guess the question is, you know, if I had it to do all over again, would I do it again? And I think the answer would be yes, okay, because, you know, like I said before, I wasn't going to be able to get rid of that fupa without actually losing the weight. So it did help me with getting rid of the fupa. But I wish that my expectations were more realistic going in. You know, just knowing that, okay, well, you're not going to have a flat stomach. You are not going to look pre giving birth. You know, I'm not going to be that anymore. It's over. It's done, I guess. Well, I don't want to say that. It's not over. It's not done until the fat lady sings. And I haven't sung yet. So it's not over. So, yeah, would I recommend it to anybody? My thing is, you know what? Like I said, be realistic in your expectations, and don't make an emotional decision. I mean, I made an emotional decision. I was given the green light at that very moment and told, yeah, you can do it, and I jumped all over it only because I was upset with being, you know, having a belly that looked having myself look like I'm 5 months pregnant. That doesn't feel good, you know. So I was making emotional decisions. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. I didn't do any kind of research. It was just jump in there and let's go, let's do it, and that's exactly what I did. But no, I'm still glad that I did it, and I'm hoping that once I lose the weight, I'll see even more results from it. let's see, what's another thing that I would recommend? I'm just kind of looking at my notes because there was one other thing that I did want to mention before I even wrap this up. Okay, massage. I don't remember talking about that. So, massage. I found this out after I had the surgery, after I had spent all my money, and I didn't have, the additional money to run out and spend like a good $100 a session on massage. I found out that massage is really good post-op. I think you can start it probably 2 weeks, I think, after your surgery. The sooner you can do it, the better. Okay, the results will probably be. It's supposed to drain the lymphatic system. It's supposed to help with a speedy recovery. It's supposed to help with reducing the scarring. Okay, I probably wouldn't have that feeling of lumps in my stomach. I don't know whether he did any kind of liposuction, but I know in the past when I've had liposuction on my stomach, it left it just seemed uneven, and that's how this feels a little bit. It feels like one area has a lump in it, but I think that massage is something that'll actually help that, and that's something that I really need to, I just need to get into that. And hopefully it's not too late for me to get some kind of results from it. And I don't think it is, because like I said, I've done 2 sessions so far, and I am feeling some type of sensation, whereas before it was numb. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to get the massage maybe 2 times a week for about 6 weeks. And I'm not doing a full hour of massage. I found somebody that can do it for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes is fine with me. Just a little bit of massage around the abdominal area, just to try to, increase the circulation and, drain the lymph nodes and everything. So I'll keep you posted on how the massage is going. But yeah, so that's pretty much my story on my tummy tuck. And if you have any questions about the experience, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. And once again, guys, thank you so much. Those of you who are returning to my channel, thanks for sticking around and watching what I had, or listening to me. And for those of you who are new to my channel, please make sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos, and the notification bell, of course. Please share the video if you feel that it might help someone else, and leave me some comments. Let me know what your experience is, or if you're thinking about getting a tummy tuck. Hopefully I can be helpful to you. All right, so once again, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit like, hit share, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace out.